Hey guys, it's Dorian here. So welcome back to Dorian Arnaz Daily. So today is going to be a different type video. As you guys know, I have started to bring in different type of segments to my channel. I do have a new segment called Live Talks and Real Talk. So today's video is basically going to be kind of like a real talk video. It's going to be about everything and all the drama going on around this Orlando club shooting. If you guys don't know, which if you don't know, you probably don't live here, or you just ain't been watching the news, or been on your Facebook or Instagram, but there was a mass shooting in Orlando, Florida at this gay nightclub called Pulse, and 50 people were killed, 53 were injured, and yeah, it's just a hot mess. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing my thoughts and opinions and views on this okay, so for starters, I just want to say, if you guys don't know, if you're not familiar with me or don't know me personally, then you probably wouldn't know that this is something that I have struggled with my entire life. And you know, the Dorian that you see today is a totally different Dorian than I was when I was younger. I was very insecure, very just worried about other people and what they thought about me, and just very uncomfortable in my skin. I would say about 18, 19 is when I became happy with who I am and comfortable with myself and able to just really be me. And I came out to my grandmother when I was about 20 or 21, I think. And the same is for my sister and my cousin. I came out to my dad recently, like January, I want to say. Yeah, January. And I'm not saying, like, you know, these people didn't know about me, because obviously, you know, it's clear as day, lip gloss, like, you know, everybody knows, except for my grandfather. I think he's just still in denial. But I told my mom and, you know, a couple of my friends, and they're all were just like, well, we already knew. And then I told my aunt, I want to say back, I don't know, it was sometime, I think this summer. Well, she actually called me because she saw a video that I posted on my YouTube, and then we started talking about it. But you know, she always knew too, and I've never felt anything from my family like they didn't accept me. I told my uncle, and the issues I've had with my family have nothing to do with my sexuality. Most people that come out and say they're gay, or you know, are in a family and they're like the only person that is gay, they have like this major issue with being that way and dealing with hate and stuff from their family. I've never had that. Like, I've always been embraced with love, and that has nothing to do with the issues that are there. Now, there are some issues, but it has nothing to do with my sexuality. So, not to ramble, but I say all that to say, you know, I don't know what it is to feel pain of not being accepted because of that from my family. So, for my fellow LGBT people out there, I'm sure that's, you know, very hurtful, and it's something that's hard to go through. So I can't really speak on that because I haven't dealt with it. But basically, I'm making this video to say, I just want to give my point of view and my opinions and my thought and feelings on this whole shooting. Now, most people may say, if you're like a normal American, oh my God, well, it's sad, but it didn't happen to you, so why are you sad? You weren't there, you didn't get shot, you're not dead. Like, most people would even wonder why I'm upset or hurt. But I'm devastated by this. Like, to me, I was so happy last year. Then my grandmother passed away. Then my sister's mother-in-law passed away. So there's like 2 deaths back to back. And then this happens. Like, that could have been me. That could have been somebody I knew. I know people all over the world. You know, I could have been traveling and been there. Like, I'm not really a big clubber, but it could be anybody. Like, whether you're gay, straight, lesbian, transgender, I don't care. Like, it could be anybody. And You know, it's just so crazy to think you can't even go to the club, you can't go to the movies, you can't go to school. Like, people are snapping and going crazy everywhere that you go, and it is just so sad. But to get to the root of this issue, granted, being gay has gone a long way in this day and age, but with that being said, there's still things that need to be, you know, changed. Donald Trump is not helping a lot of the things that are going on because he is just outrageous and crazy and just so against other races and things like that. And I understand what he's saying as far as like um, immigration and things like that. But I don't care if you stop people from coming in the country. There's people already here that are doing things. So that's not really going to change anything. But it's just very, very, very hurtful and depressing because those are 50 people that lost their lives. 50 young people that had bigger and brighter futures ahead of them. 50 people, 50 families that lost their brothers, cousins, sisters, aunts, moms. Like, it just hurts so bad because for some reason it's like the amount of hate from people when it comes to being gay is just outrageous, and it just breaks my heart. I just do not really get and understand why that's like the worst thing in the world. There is murderers, there are child molesters, pedophiles, people who do outrageous, crazy things. And the only thing that people seem to be concerned about is, oh my God, they're gay. Like, when I was in school, I was bullied so badly from elementary school all the way up into high school to the point where I didn't even go to school anymore. I was homeschooled my 12th grade year. I didn't even get to enjoy my senior year at school for being harassed and bullied. And most people, and this is also something that I'm just now revealing, a lot of people that I graduated with think that I graduated and the reason why I was on homeschool is because I was sick. Now, I was sick a lot of my senior year, but that wasn't the reason why I was on homeschool. I was on homeschool because I was depressed from being bullied for 4 years. And what's so crazy is when I went back, I guess everybody had matured or whatever, but you know, no one was like rude or mean. It was like, you know, hey, what's up? How you been? Where you been? And that's another thing I have to say. Granted, kids are cruel. With age, most people get better. Some people don't. But a lot of the people who talked about me or who I felt were homophobic and rude towards me, I'm kind of okay with now. But the things that it does to a child, to a teenager, it rips you apart because it makes you question why you're on earth. You feel different, you feel depressed, you feel like you're not normal because of how everyone looks at you, especially when you're an effeminate gay guy. Like, it's not like, because a lot of masculine gay men, they don't have to deal with that because people don't know because they look like the average guy. But when you're effeminate, when you basically are not the norm, then people stare and they talk about you. I had a conversation with my aunt the other day and she was like, people stare at you because of how you dress. And, you know, granted that may be true because I do dress very feminine. Some people may say flamboyant, but if you really know me, I don't think I am flamboyant because I don't try to draw attention to myself. I'm just Dorian. I'm not the loudest person in the room or anything like that. I'm not shy, but I'm not like a, you know, like how some gay people are. Just extra and loud. But, you know, it's just people need to learn to love one another, not judge them for their sexuality. Like, if somebody's not sleeping with you, you shouldn't be concerned about it. Like, I don't get why you hate someone just for what they like. If you were born liking vagina, if you were born liking dick, that's what you like. Like, I can't judge you for what you do. Why you judge me for what I do? Like, okay, it may seem nasty to you, but you liking vagina and licking pussy is nasty to me. So, I mean, but you don't hear us going around here saying, oh my God, that's so disgusting. I'm not going to talk to this straight person because you do this. Like, granted, people may say, oh, it's in the Bible, it's an abomination, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe any of that. Like, I am spiritual, I am religious, but I just truly do not believe that all of us will be put on earth if this was the path of what was supposed to happen. Like, you're supposed to live life and go through things to learn, but I just can't see our God putting people on earth and knowing and having plans for their lives, and them getting to heaven and he's like, no, you can't come in because you're gay. Like, God knows. He knows what we're going to be. He knows who we are before we're born. But, you know, now I have my ways. I have my bitch ways. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by no means. But I just don't see how you can hate someone. Like, to post things like, oh, they deserved it. They was doing community service by shooting up that club. Like, that's the most hurtful thing ever. Like, normally when the Mike Brown situation, the Trayvon Martin thing happened, it was all over my timeline. Like, pictures, hoodies, statuses, everything. When this happened, I saw maybe like 5 people talk about it. Like, nobody has really came out and said anything. But like the church thing, when that happened, you know, in the black church, that was talked about forever. But it's like, if somebody's gay, people look at you like, oh, okay, you know, you deserve that. Like, what makes you so much better? Like, what makes anybody so much better than the next person? Nobody deserves anything like that, whether they're gay, straight, black, white, orange, whatever. Like, nobody deserves that. Like, I am so bothered by this. I really don't even want to leave the house because who knows what's going to happen next. Like, some fool may see that on TV and think, oh, I should do that here. Like, I don't even want to go anywhere. And, you know, it just feels so awkward because, as you guys know, I just started a new job and I feel like I'm the only person there like that. I know, you know, everywhere you go, you're not going to just see people and just know, oh, he's gay, she's gay, whatever. But it just seems like nobody's affected, like nobody cares. And that's kind of bothersome to me because I feel like as people in the United States, as a country, we all should come together and love one another. But that's, I guess, in a perfect world. People really, I guess, don't do that. It's just on TV and in movies. But I just would like you guys to just look at it from our point of view. Take a walk in our shoes one day and see the things that we have to deal with. Like, nobody will want to choose this life when they have to deal with so much hate, persecution, and judgment regarding this. Like, if I had a choice in who I would be, I would gladly choose to be this straight man. But that's not who I am. I have to be happy with who I am. I have to embrace who I am so that I can live my life and be true to who I am. These DL men out here that's like with wives and girlfriends and babies and they sleep with men on the side, you guys have so much to say about that. Like, it's wrong, oh, they passing around eggs and this and that. But that's why they do it, because they don't want to be judged so hard like that. Like, it's just like, I don't know who died and made straight people perfect. I don't know who died and made y'all like king and queen and God. Like, no, nobody's perfect regardless of what you like. And what I've come to learn is these so-called straight people, everybody has like a curious mind or wants to do something else. Just judging from my own personal experience, I can't speak for anyone else, but guys that are supposedly straight have always wanted some type of interaction with me, whether it's privately, whether they write me on Facebook, they hit me in the DM. Like, just from experiences I've had, people who I've never thought that I would talk to, date, or anything like that, I've came into contact with recently. and they're walking around here on Facebook and Instagram with girlfriends and acting hard as day, but hit me up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, but I think a lot of this stuff goes deep into the heart, into the soul, because if you truly have that big of a problem with someone and who they are, you need to look inside and look at yourself, because obviously it's something wrong if you sit up and care that much that you have to make a plan to go and shoot 100 people in a club. Like, that's sick. If something gets to you that badly, the only thing that gets to me that bad is the death of my grandmother, because I loved her to death. She was so influential in my life. That's the only thing that I stay up at night and think about. That's the only thing that I cry about. But I will be damned if I give two shits what any of you sit up and think about me, say about me, anything. Like, I may cuss and fuss, but I'm not losing no sleep over it. And if I don't like you, I'm not going to lose no sleep over that either. I just don't like you. Deuces. Like, I'm not going to plan to kill you. Like, it is just crazy. Like, we live in life. We live in the world. Everything is not going to be perfect. You're not going to like everybody. But why would you fuck up your own destiny and go into heaven by killing 100 people, shooting 100 people, 50 people, whatever it was? It just really, really bothers me. It does not sit well with my soul, and it just makes me question who is really a friend or who is really an associate, who's really a good family member, because I haven't seen that big of an outpour of love from people who I thought would have so much to say about stuff like this, and that's the crazy part. Like, they're people, they're human, they're Americans. Why can't that be enough? You just have to think about the physical thing that happens between gay men and it disgusts you. But you like when women do it. I don't get that. Like, it's either or. If you don't agree with it, you do. So, I don't know. I just want to talk to you guys really quickly and just let you guys know how I was feeling about this, and just think before you say things on Facebook, Instagram. Think before you treat someone a certain type of way, because you never know what they're going through and things that they've been through in their life. Like I always say, I have gotten to a place where I'm a whole lot better than I was, but I'm still, human, so things sometimes do still hurt me. And this is one thing that has really been bothering me ever since I heard about it, because it's like, that could have been me. That could have been someone I know. That could have been someone I dated. And a lot of the people that I am friends with on Facebook that I personally know have lost people in that shooting. So I just think, what if it was you? What if it was your mom, your dad, your brother, your cousin, your sister, your aunt? Just think, it could have been you. So I'm not going to say too much more because I don't want to get emotional and cry, but I do want to thank you guys for coming to my channel, and definitely feel free to leave your feedback and comments, whatever it may be. I'm not one of those people that's going to say don't leave your comment, otherwise I wouldn't post this video, so feel free to